Good evening. My name is Kernan, and I am a live being on this planet. Scientifically, I am categorized in the kingdom of Animalia, the order of primates, the genus of Homo, and the species of Sapiens. Now, there's 8 other categorizations I could have gone over, but that's a little long-winded. So what does this really mean? I'm alive, like a tree. I take in nutrients from the surrounding area around me. I grow and I change over time, and eventually I pass back into the earth from which I came. I create duplicates of some relative similar form. What else does this mean? It means that I have senses like the other animals. 5 senses that we categorize specifically: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. I'm mobile, like dogs and cats. I can go collect my own food, capable of sustaining myself by engaging my environment in a mobile fashion. I'm driven by instinct most of the time. But there's one separator that is really the thing that separates me from most of the other life forms on this planet. And that's self-consciousness, right? I'm alive. I not only have 5 senses that I engage the world with, I know that I am. In addition to those instincts that I mentioned, I am driven by being a pack animal, like a dog or a wolf. I truly crave the company of others. And I am intrinsically aware of the hierarchy that exists in any of those groups. How I choose to engage that varies at times. I'm driven to join this group. Came here as a bit of a loner, and I'm finding groups. Now, being an entity that has self-consciousness makes me one of the luckiest little bits of space dust in the universe. If you take a second and consider, of all the matter that exists, that somehow got swirled together around the billions of galaxies and billions of stars, I came out some 200 plus pounds of self-conscious, self-mobile, sensing entity. Makes me one of the most ultimate lottery winners that has ever existed in the entire universe. I am an incredibly lucky bit of this vast space. Now, as a self-conscious entity, I'm a storyteller. I engage my environment and I make up stories about what that environment means to me. So, at the very beginning of this, I said, my name is Kernan, and I am. We got a little taste of that from the introduction. But I'm a person who grew up outside of the Boston, Massachusetts area. Gives me a little bit of an accent, a little bit of an edge, and a very self-righteous attitude most of the time, right, Patrick? I did move to Colorado. My family wasn't from the New England area, so it was easy for me to get out of there. Finished college there and raised 2 boys that are doing amazingly well. I put down the pursuit of a lot of money and things like that in order to spend an incredible amount of time and break a cycle that had been part of my family, which had been fathers that really weren't there for their kids for one reason or another. Not a lot of real ugly stuff, just kind of weren't there. grandfathers disrupted by the war, fathers that didn't know how to handle their kids because their fathers went there because of wars, really stuff like that. And I said the buck stops here. It's probably my biggest story in my life. And on days when I look at my bank account and I look at some of those other things I didn't accomplish, and I get a little bummed out, I go, you know what? There's people with billions of dollars whose kids are sticking needles in their arms or who are doing whatever, that they would trade places with me in a heartbeat. And I would not trade places with them. Storyteller. One of the things that the stories that we tell ourselves about all this is that we have choice and that we have free will. Self-consciousness demands that we tell ourselves we are making decisions. I'll just say it, we won't get into the details tonight, but 99% of the time, what we call choice is a hindsight evaluation of something that we were driven to do by other forces. My name is Kernan, and in my exploration I have found that I really do have one choice, and it comes around to this. The other thing about humans is we can cooperate, we can love, we can empathize, we can collaborate, and we can build things together. And we can destroy, we can be violent, we can kill, and we can maim. We can live in our reactive selves, or we can choose to overcome that animal nature that drives us most of the time. And the one choice I have is to engage my reactive nature and continue to live that, or two, endeavor to come from a place of love. Toastmasters.